All right, ladies, this is an interview you are going to want to hear because I am here with Pam. And if there is a story, a transformation that is so relatable to so many women, this one's it. Okay? Because I'll let Pam tell her story about where she was when we met almost 2 years ago. Well, a little more than 2 years ago. But her transformation is amazing. And now it's so amazing that she has been such a believer in what we do here on our mission with health and healing and the VIP weight loss system that she is such an advocate and has referred a lot of her friends and family. And now she's even working with us here at VIP. So, Pam, welcome so much. Welcome to the podcast, and thank you for being here. But, girl, let's just start by giving all of our viewers a little sneak peek of the Pam before VIP, before health and healing. So, if you can think back before June 2023, tell me a little bit about that Pam. What were some of her pain points? What was she experiencing?
Well, I think the key is that I was having a big birthday coming up soon, and I wanted to be healthier. I did not have very good reports with my doctor. I'd go in and see her, and every time I had a physical, I used to think, gee, an annual physical. Well, now it was she needed to see me every 6 months, and she needed to do blood work, and I had high cholesterol and blood pressure medication and thyroid medication, and was actually even looking at pre-diabetic, where my glucose levels were getting up quite high, and the A1C was marginal, and that's very scary. And I guess it was also very hard for me. It made me very sad because her basically what she said was, once I see my patients that have this problem where they're trending upward with glucose and their A1C, they almost 100% guarantee they will become diabetic. And I
Yes.
just did not want that
Yes.
diagnosis, and I guess I would have to say I was certainly depressed every time I went to the doctor, and I came back and I thought, wow,
Really?
I'm not healthy. And I felt it too. I was overweight, my clothes weren't fitting.
Mhm.
And I guess the biggest thing is you kind of give up hope and you think, well, this is
Yes.
just what my life is going to be, especially when your doctor tells you that.
And that's the Pam that I met. But oh my gosh, that is not the Pam you are inside.
No.
And that's if anybody that knows Pam knows that she is a light, she is energetic, she is positive energy, all the things. And so when I met Pam, I mean, we went on a deep journey of health and healing and working with her doctor to just make sure everything lined up. And that was the first part of her journey. And so Pam, if you don't mind, share with our audience today, like, what were some of the results that you started seeing even just in working together for a short period of time?
Well, I would have to say that we connected. Well, obviously, I was very committed to the program. So I did my journals
You
religiously.
did.
I checked in every week for my video meetings. All of that was so important, that accountability to me. But
Yeah.
I learned so much. And in 6 weeks' time, I was able to get off some of my blood pressure medications, off some of my um, thyroid medication, and actually did blood
Wow.
work again. And
Yeah.
because again, what I did when I joined the program was, weight loss was a nice byproduct, but I was all about health and healing. So I just really wanted to get healthy. And my
Yes.
blood work, after 6 weeks, my doctor couldn't believe how much weight I'd lost and how good my blood work was. And she said, based on this information, you're going to be in fabulous shape for the next 10 years to come. So that was like the best gift ever. Yeah.
And that's the key, right? So like with VIP, yes, we can help women lose weight, but what I'm hearing and what I want women to hear with Pam's story is this. We do it by healing the body. We help the body balance. We help the internal health through nutrition, through cleansing, through food, and we coach you along the way, right? And so you're getting professional help. I mean, me as a registered dietitian looking over this, putting the plans together, but then the coaching and the support that you get. And so Pam, in a short period of time, realized oh my gosh, I can change my life. And you have. And you are still a walking testament of that. Because Pam, how is your life different now? Today? How are you, how are you different today than you were that Pam a couple years ago?
Well, you're going to bring me to tears again because when I think back to what I was, right now I have seven grandchildren, I have two children and their spouses, and I am so involved in their lives. And my kids are so proud of me and my grandkids. I'm so active with them. And my husband's very proud of me. In fact, this is kind of funny, but even a few days ago, he said, I think you're a better cook than you've ever been. And it's because I try all these new healthy recipes that he loves and I love. And
Yeah.
I guess the biggest thing was I felt hopeless 2 years ago. I was sure when I left that doctor's office I was going to have diabetes. My
Oh,
husband is about 2 years older than I am. I had always said, heck, I'll go first. Look at my health.
yeah.
And now I've got hope. It's basically I became a new and improved me. And I have a freedom to do things. I go shopping more for clothes, which can be a
Yes.
plus or a negative, depending how you look at that.
Yeah.
But I'm more happy when I do it. And
Um,
I guess most importantly, it's been a little over 2 years. It's amazing how many people have asked me what I've done of my friends and acquaintances and their children, and they want to know what's happening and why am I looking so good, feeling so good, so much more active. And I guess I don't know how many people have said, Pam, you're aging backwards, which that's a good thing. So
yes, we call that a glow up here.
yeah, there we
We're
go.
not growing up, we're glowing up. And
There we
Pam
go.
is proof of that. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what your blood work looks like, it doesn't matter what the doctor says. When you have the right plan and you have hope again, you can you can really change your life and you've done that.
Well, yeah, I feel like some people say you can age gracefully, but I would like to say I age gratefully. And I'm
Amen.
grateful for this and for
Amen.
and
Yeah.
it's something that I feel I can do, I will do the rest of my life because I now
Yes.
have the tools. And over 2 years, it's actually become easier in the sense of what's available on the market, what are people
Yeah.
looking at, what's
Yeah.
healthy, what's not. So,
Yeah.
um, because I will say I was a lifetime Weight Watcher member, just or still am. I guess once you are, you
Right,
always
your
are.
lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That brings up a good point. I mean, so you had done Weight Watchers. You were on a you've always been on a journey to how do I get this weight off? And like you said, like you thought you knew what to do, but it wasn't working.
right. And I would say there are times it maybe worked for a little while, but it wasn't sustainable. And that's the big difference because with this, I've had a few people say, "Well, Pam, what did you have to give up?" And I always say,
Yeah.
"Nothing. Absolutely nothing." Kim, I travel a lot. I go out to eat a lot. I enjoy happy hour. I enjoy cooking and entertaining. And I guess basically, when I think about it, I really thought about that hard. Like, what did I give up? What did I give up? I really did not give up anything. And that's why this is such a wonderful new lifestyle. And I guess I'd have to say that I changed my habits and that changed my life. So,
Oh, girl, that's it. It's the habits, right? It's learning what are my daily habits that allow me to heal my body, that allow me to live my life. And hear this, everyone listening. Pam is a busy woman. She says yes. She goes on the trips. She helps her grandkids. She travels. She says she's very social. For all of you that know Pam, she's a go-getter. And she hasn't had to give up her life because she learned how to do it through the coaching, through the systems, through the habits. And that has made this your lifestyle, hasn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel it becomes very natural. And what's great is my kids look to me for recipes.
Yeah.
My daughter-in-law, they all want to know how, and they love it if I've made the salad or they know it's healthy for their kids. And
Yeah.
I made a salad with arugula and farro in it. And
Um,
my 2-year-old and 4-year-old grandchildren loved it. Now, I would never have fed that to them. And
right.
here they loved it. But,
Right. Well,
when
and
they're
this,
exposed to it, yeah.
yes, well, that's the thing. Okay, so you, you're you. are changing generational patterns. By saying yes to yourself, by doing the work for you, Pam, by working closely with us and your doctor to do it in a very responsible way, you now live this way. You've learned how to do it. You know why you're doing it. You live it, and now you lead it. You not only lead it in your family and for your husband and your kids and your grandkids, but now Pam is able to lead this to those around her. She has been so committed to her health and so committed to the mission here that now she has an impact to lead those around her. And she is more than qualified to do that. And that's the really neat thing. And that's why, I thought it would be so fun to have this interview, is to show women, Pam, it's never too late.
That's true. So true.
Right.
I thought it
And
was. I really did.
yeah.
So,
So,
yeah.
what would you say? Okay, Pam, there are women going to be watching this saying, oh my gosh, that's me. Like, I'm pre-diabetic, or maybe they're diabetic, or maybe they had a diagnosis, maybe they have high blood pressure, or maybe it runs in their family, or maybe they're knocking on the door of heart disease. What would you say to that woman?
Well, in fact, I've said to a lot of people that I know, and as you know, I've referred many because I see so many people out there that are struggling with different health issues, not just weight. It's usually other
Yeah.
health issues that are something that can be controlled with their diet. And they don't even know it. They don't understand that these foods make a difference, and the fuel you put in your body really makes a difference for how you're feeling and how you're healing,
Yeah.
and inflammation and
Yes.
menopause or whatever it is you're going through, or hot flashes. There's so
Totally.
much to be done just through your diet and
Yeah.
exercise. And I think if more people were able to experience this, and that's my hope is more people will,
Yeah.
that they will
Yeah.
become healthier eaters, and then that generationally will pass down to their kids. And I guess another thing I would say is the program is very good with helping us with mindset, because it isn't all just what we're
Yeah.
eating, it's why we're eating it. And I think you focus very, very, very much on the why. And we have to really get to know ourselves a little better too.
Oh, well said. Well said. Yes, we put the plan in place for you. Okay, so we put your plan in place so you understand how to pair your day from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. When to eat, what to eat, how to eat, why you're doing it. But then like Pam said, you're going to focus on that physical part with the nutrition. But we know there's a mindset shift and a mindset focus, and that's where that coaching and showing up and just talking through those things really allows you to shift. And that is exactly what Pam has done and still continues to do. This is something that has just become who we are. We live this
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
We work on ourselves every day. The journey's never done, but we have a choice. And what you're hearing in Pam's story is that there is hope. So hear that to anyone today. Pam felt hopeless, and she found hope again. And you can too. And so this is amazing. So for anyone out there that is feeling hopeless, for anyone out there that's wondering, but how? Because this is a thing, Pam, as you know, being a Weight Watchers lifetimer, you know to eat more fruits and vegetables. You know to drink more water. So many of our clients, you hear this with our clients, right, Pam? I know what to do,
yeah.
but how do we pair it all together with the busy, with the travel, with the grands, with the retirement, with menopause? So that's what we do, is we put it all together for you because it's so confusing. So Pam, amazing job. Any last words that you would give anyone watching this interview today?
Well, I guess I would just say, if you think you can do it yourself, go ahead and try. But if you want guaranteed results, do this plan because it will work. And um,
Mhm.
I just, it's a
You're living
system that
proof.
works, and I need that
Yeah,
system to help me remain healthy for the rest
amazing.
of my life. Yeah.
Absolutely. And now Pam is traveling, she's biking, she's adventuring, Because I mean, we didn't even talk about the weight loss that you've had. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to share that?
Yeah, I was able, on the program, I lost 35.5 pounds. And honestly, I could still lose a little more. I always like to think, I like to have a little buffer in there. But I
Yes.
just think that's the key, is that I'm not afraid anymore
Yeah.
about gaining it all back, because I know that this is my new life and I know what I need to do in my life, what choices I need to make to remain healthy.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations, Pam. Honestly, your story is truly inspirational on a personal level, from, on a medical level, okay? But also on a generational level. I mean, you're breaking patterns, you're overcoming limitations, and you're doing it. So, beautiful story today. If you're watching this and you want more information, please drop VIP below and we will personally reach out to you and just have the conversation. There's no strings attached, nothing like that. Just a good old conversation to see where you're at and if this is the right fit for you. So thanks for your time today, Pam.
Thank you, Kim.